the grade up over the mountains. Railroad history, it's where you find it. Looking south along the Thurmont trolley trail, this is the old Hagerstown and Frederick right-of-way where it crosses Main Street. Walking south along the trail, here on the right you can see Memorial Park. And heading south 15 miles, you'll come to the city of Frederick. Here's the old Hagerstown and Frederick substation and number 5. Sitting on a pair of Barber S2 trucks. And here's the other side of number 5. And I can't really show you the back because there's no room here, but it looks pretty much just like the front. They've decorated the building with paintings and pictures of past presidents. You can still see power equipment behind the building that's in use. And here's an artist's painting of the Thurmont, Western Maryland station, the trolley station, and one of the Hagerstown and Frederick trolley cars. They're flanked by some presidents. Top on the left, Eisenhower, beware of the military-industrial complex. Here on the right, President Kennedy, free coinage of silver in modern times, his assassination, and then the removal of United States notes from circulation. And then over here to the left, Mr. Make America Great himself, President Donald J. Trump. Looking north, you can follow the trolley trail all the way up to the old Western Maryland main line. You can see the old trolley right-of-way. It's changed over the years, and this should be the old Thurmont station of the Western Maryland. Coming down the mountain. Midland Heritage Unit. A local told me that is now an auction house. The trolley line swung off to the left and then south to Frederick. Spending time trackside always gives me ideas for my model railroad. Even though this layout is basically flat, I can still send helper engines from the engine facility up to the mountain division. And later they'll return to the engine facilities for service and refueling. The monthly meeting is called to order. We have some announcements. First of all, meetings will now be held weekly instead of twice monthly. We will still be uploading YouTube videos twice a month, first and third Tuesdays. We have a schedule. The first week will be the business meeting and social. Second week is a work session on the railroad. The third week is a work session on locomotives and rolling stock. The fourth week will be the monthly operating session. And if there is a fifth week, that will be the members' choice to do what they enjoy. There have been some changes to the supervisor reports. Supervisor of track, new scope of duties will include the right-of-way and also all of the electrical and signaling systems. And the shop foreman responsibilities will now include motive power and also all of the rolling stock. We've also authorized a new position, Superintendent of Buildings and Bridges, responsible for bridge structures and all of the railroad buildings on the layout. Now it's time for the Treasurer's Report.
The income for the month of March is 0, and the balance in the account is 0.
If only everyone who watched this video would hit the subscribe button, it's free, then maybe we could get YouTube to start paying for all these trains. And now we'll have the supervisor's reports. Supervisor of track, do you have a report? Work continues to progress on the passenger terminal. Tracks 1 and 4 are now open for service. Wiring for tracks 2, 3, and 5 still in progress. Tracks are numbered left to right, 1 through 5. Tracks 1 and 4 are currently clear. We've also started a new system for marking track defects. Sacagawea dollars will be dropped on the railroad any location there's a derailment, and Susan B. Anthony dollars will be dropped anywhere a locomotive stalls. When a pile of dollar coins gets big enough, maybe we'll do something about the railroad. Okay, I wonder who's paying for that. Do we have a report from the shop foreman of motive power? We have nothing to report at this time from the shop. Seeing no other business, the meeting is adjourned. If your grandchildren take a chopstick and jab it through the side of your layout made out of styrofoam, it makes these weird looking styrofoam cones. Kids. And now, we will run the trains, and you will be happy. I'm always looking for more ways to generate revenue on my model railroad. Here's a siding that isn't being used. Right now it's just a place we dump bad order cars. But if we put an industry here, the USPS box manufacturing facility, Now we can drop off all kinds of cars. Box cars with paper, flat cars with lumber to make pallets, deliveries of machinery. But we'd still be constrained by whatever industry we put here. But if we add another piece of track and run it off the edge of the railroad, and then put up some poles and overhead wire, this becomes an interchange track with an interurban, and then this becomes a universal industry like the team tracks we talked about last time. I'm not 100% positive, but this looks like a stirrup step from an Alco PA.